2. Hey everybody, this is Petey for the Spin Rack. We also have
Calvin Ellis, ready to rock.
today we are watching the trailer for season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Ready, set, and we're going. Pushing on that last gag, but I'm still a fan. But I'm iffy on Patton also. Well,
You didn't
actually, I'm
like
not
that?
iffy. Huh?
You didn't like that last gag?
Because you are too slow. It's going too slow. The
Well,
gag plus
I'd hate it too if you said it like that.
they are too slow. Uniblab, Spacely's a stoop. No. But anyway, no, obviously it's gonna look like it's gonna be fun. Please no Kobayashi Maru thing in there too soon. No get rid of Pike too soon. When you run out of seasons, you can decide to do your goodbye to Pike. But remember, Anson Mount is still here. So taking him out, and you can do some more movies later. Always have the Shatner, McCoy, and of course Kelly effect that you can do more movies later. You know, with these people, as long as they're still alive and in decent shape, you can do more movies. So don't kill anyone you don't have to kill.
I didn't see any scenes with Nurse Chapel. She's coming back, right?
She's got one scene. She got one headshot in there, so she's there. But
I
yeah,
must have missed that. Did not see her.
she put herself in a bad place right there. Put herself in a bad place, not sticking with what's the name with Spock. But they can't kill her. She's on the ship later. They can't kill
Mm, yeah, she can go.
her. You know, somehow Nurse Chapel has to get back to the ship at some point. But anyway, yeah, this is you know, I'm not asking for Captain Kirk to be on there, but it looks like he's going to be a regular as he was last season for some fun. I think Uhura can find someone better than this dude, but hey, you know, at
Uh,
that point when Sulu was chasing around when things went crazy, we didn't know he was gay at that point. But I was like, yeah, Sulu, somebody's got to do it.
I like what. Well, I'm not certain if it. I don't know if did Kirk ever serve under Pike,
um,
like in the original series.
No, they didn't. When they did the episode with what's her name with the fake Pike in the chair, they didn't really play that up. They played up that Kirk really didn't have, he obviously knew of Pike, but he didn't really have it was more of a Spock Pike connection, and there was no information that Kirk had on it. So
Mhm.
so that first story was not, something that the cage was revealed to him in the menagerie as it went along. So
Yeah, so yeah, he's making a lot of appearance now. Where before I thought like his first meeting with Commander Pike was in the cage.
mhm.
No, 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 not that wasn't the name of it. Whatever the name of the episode was,
The menagerie.
the menagerie. That was his first meeting, and now, well, they rewrote history for the who was this guy again? I think ever ever before. So,
Yeah.
but we got the same thing in Discovery, where Spock literally comes from out of nowhere. He's got this surrogate sister. He's there for the entire season doing some unspock like stuff at the end of the day, and then Commander Pike comes in. So now we've got this particular series, and we got Kirk making his way over here. So who knows what could happen next, based on whether or not fans like the appeal of Kirk being around in this form.
I always bring up that you know, the constant need for Spock or the Vulcans to go crazy is the last vestige of, or the battle between Gene Roddenberry and and Leonard Nimoy, where he wanted him to be in the first film where we got something for you. You're gonna go from we're gonna pick you up. You're going through this Vulcan thing where you're going crazy, and we're gonna drop you off of Vulcan. And it's like, oh, I'm not coming back for that. Oh, you coming back? Oh, yeah, we didn't know that. Don't worry, we don't have to do any of that. So the last bit was to keep having him come later and add some mystery to it, but have him, instead of going crazy, going for a search for something. And then, but then of course in the next generation, they did a story where Sarek went crazy and he had this thing, and that was the saddest episode I've ever seen. I was so upset with it when they had, even though it's an actor, it's the same actor from the Pay Sarek, um, be normal. I'm buying into it that Picard's mind is in Sarek, and I was just like, I just want to destroy this series. Do not put Pike's mind into Sarek. Don't have him have the logical mind to go in here and act like he's, and then have um Sarek stuck in Picard. And I was just like, I don't care if it's acting. I don't want the hint of Picard being in Sarek. And then of course to bring it to go the full circle, Spock in the what's that thing? In Discovery was going through his struggles. But uh, in Discovery, Captain Pike had the longest goodbyes ever. He was your graduation teacher in your program, whatever your major was, that person that's there for that's always been for you. Such and such, you are this, that, and the other. It's like parting, just nobody's ever done this. But I'm glad he got a show. I've been enjoying it, and they've gone off. They've added a lot of costumes and stuff, and this, that, and the other in there, and a lot of fun in between the stuff that they've been doing. But and I didn't expect the tough girl would have a romance with Kirk. So who knows what's going on here? But uh
He
Spock
turned her down, said, "No, I'm sorry, I'm doing this thing over here, so we can't get anything going on. But if I know Kirk, it may be over by now. I know how that history worked out. So let's see exactly where we are right now. At this point, I don't know. People will be up for seeing like the original, the original Magnificent Seven, of course, with new actors, but seeing them in, just a series, just 10, 12 episodes, as opposed to waiting for another film.
Most of them are there. They got the Scotties there, Uhura's there. Obviously Spock and
I
Kirk.
think we got a recast of her.
We're not recasting her. It's just
Yeah, we can do that. I'll allow
we're
it.
not doing
Recast.
we're not doing that at all. But anyway, it's coming back. It's been a fun series, and didn't run down the didn't get this well, anything can happen, but Discovery kind of lost its way in what they were trying to do.
Kinda,
Well, they
kinda.
become emotional. They didn't have to turn everything into an emotional moment. They
Wasn't
had to,
kinda. That's
and they
they
didn't have to add the guy. Didn't have to add that guy from what was it? The give her the boyfriend, which totally derailed the whole thing. Like the whole thing got derailed. It's like, yeah, I'm a fine. I'm happy. Oh yeah, she's dating guys. Like the whole show is keep the android, no, keep the alien running the ship. No, I got to go to my planet, and everyone's gonna keep crying. Like, yo, stop! Everything is not this emotional. Chill.
first season, excellent. They really tied up that theme, the writing, the characterization. Okay, excellent. Second season, all right, you threw Spock in there, so you got away with it, no problem. And by the third season, I was like, wait a second, she's making all the same mistakes she did in the first season. I was like, there has been no growth. And then when they decided they were going to make the jump to the future, I made the jump. Said I'm out. This is just some nonsense at this point. It just yeah, they allowed contemporary issues to filter too much into the series, and that for me became, well, if these are still going to be questions 500 years in the future, it doesn't matter. We're never going to get over this stuff. You got to be smart enough to say, no, we resolved a whole bunch of stuff that's in the past, and we're just going to go through it, whatever problems and complications we have of the future. What was the other thing? I think in the third season, there was this dude, and he was like eating a slice of apple, and he was telling the guy, "Yeah, the apple is made from our own feces. The molecules are recombinated, and that's how we make new food." And I sat there and I was like, you can't, this guy is saying he's eating his own scat. I don't care I don't care what you say about the molecules. You just told somebody you're eating your own scat. I was like, I'm out of here. This is stupid.
No, they're asking a lot. They're asking a lot when they go that route. So, but
Like, why do I have to recombinate the molecule? There's not enough leftover food. There's
there's
not enough
no,
waste products from the
we're
food at
not
the end of the
wasting
day.
anything. We're not wasting anything.
Like, you can waste that. That's what it's for. And then, okay, if you want to recombinate it into something, recombinate it into fuel or something. I'm not eating this.
Yeah, sometimes they go too far, you know, and
That was lip service to like these eco warriors at the end of the day. We're gonna recycle everything. We're not recycling that. It's like it doesn't matter. The molecules are different. I know where they came from.
yeah, it's kind of criminal to do
Then,
or say something like that.
yeah, then it gets personal. Whose is this? Is it my? I'm
Um,
not eating yours.
Here we go. You, you really had to go through the whole gamut of stuff
You know it.
where it came from. Oh, I'm not doing that. All right, but they've had a decent run of Star Trek properties on Paramount Plus. It's kind of started the channel. Now they have a lot of military type shows on there and some westerns and whatnot. And they also have Mobland that's on there. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on there in the Stallone thing. But the Star Trek, the franchise started many other franchises. So Spinner Rack is
Out.
out. Not recording. Yeah.